Let's go. Yes, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for participating at our master session. We are very pleased that you are here, and we would like to create a safe space for you all. Before we introduce ourselves, we would like to start off with a BBFinder introduction video. A little reminder that the introduction video is in Dutch, yeah, if you guys have if you all have questions, of course you can ask them to us. Let me see, share screen, stop here. Oh. Yes, thank you. I'll stop sharing and go back to the original screen.
Over een paar weken staan we met deze in de hand.
Oh,
en dan mag...
Yes, sorry for that. Yeah, thank you for, I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm Osvaldo Kanga, the founder of the BBFinder app, and I could describe myself as a tech-savvy, tech-crazy, travel-loving person with a double master's, and I have a double master's degree in facility and real estate management with often crazy ideas. I furthermore have a background in international business, and I always seen the importance of Black empowerment through ownership and group economics. With the BBFinder app, we hope to achieve that. I think that I'm hearing things in the background. Yes, thank you. And I would like to give the floor to Tarak so that he can introduce himself. Tarak?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm shared on the.
Yeah,
because I can't see myself, but yeah, my name is Tarak Hoek Ahim. I am the founder and owner of Bater and Brood, a restaurant in the city center of Amsterdam. And what started out as a restaurant became a safe space based on values. And this is what I'm going to be talking to you about a little bit later on. Back to you, Osvaldo.
Thank you. Let me share my screen again. I'm also not sure if the other people can see you, by the way, when you present. But that's feedback that I should get from the people listening. Well, in this interactive live session, we would like to provide a space for building a shared understanding of the Afrocentric business community in the Netherlands, and we would like to show our view on how we as an organization would like to resolve certain issues by solving problems for the community using technology. With our platform, we would like to share knowledge and collaborate with organizations with surfacing collective vision and values. As aforementioned, our business partner, restaurant owner, public speaker, and safe space ambassador, Tarak, will speak about his view on the importance of having business partners with shared values. Always feel free to interrupt us during this session and ask questions. So that's the people live on Zoom and those on YouTube. Ask questions and we will try to answer your questions. I would like to mention that we are always open to new collaborations and ideas to expand the BBFinder platform even further. Therefore, we would like to reach out to you and tech-savvy social activists with like-minded ideas to reach a common goal. We will firstly have a presentation and afterwards open the debate with you so that we can have a fruitful debate about our organization and how you think that technology can be a solution to the problems in the Afrocentric community. Let's start off with who is BBFinder? Well, BBFinder started in 2020 and consists of 12 members, 40% identified as male and 60% as female. The team has a diverse ethnic background. Also, our disciplines are very broad. As example, we have people working in the healthcare sector, public sector, education, and so on. We strive to be a safe space for Black business owner, LGBTQ+, and female entrepreneurs. Yes. Yeah. With the social unrest in the past couple of years, with at its height, the Black Lives Matter movement in 2020, I assume all of us are known to that. We considered how we could contribute to the movement in a non-conventional way. We knew that we wanted to tackle this problem at hand, but not through protesting. We were thinking about several ways to handle this issue. So we thought about tackling the wealth gap between the Afrocentric community and other groups in the Netherlands. We found through research that most Afrocentric businesses do not survive the initial 2 to 3.5 years in operation. But small businesses are the lifeblood of the Dutch economy, and therefore also the lifeblood of the Afrocentric community, which means that if the Black business community is healthier or wealthier, it'll help with the reduction of the previous mentioned wealth gap. So we as an organization have certain elements that we would like to resolve. And one of them is the following, because we think that helps directly and indirectly business owners. One of them is online marketing. At this moment, it's hard to find Afrocentric businesses. A lot of them still partake in the offline word-to-mouth marketing. And if they market themselves online, it's still a struggle to find them. For both businesses and consumers, this can be a crucial thing, and it will help to find each other. As an example, it's kind of hard to find a Black dermatologist outside of the top 3 big cities in the Netherlands. And the top 3 is Amsterdam, Rotterdam, and The Hague. The BBFinder app is a comprehensive marketing solution for companies positioning themselves in the Afrocentric market. We offer a broad community solution by bringing together the supply and demand of this market on one platform. This means that all consumers from different backgrounds can learn, purchase, and communicate with the Afrocentric community in the Netherlands, but also in Belgium. A second thing we hope to resolve is the financial knowledge and long-term strategic planning of businesses. According to the data of the Dutch Chamber of Commerce and the Small Business Association, or in Dutch MKB Nederland, is there a growth in minority business owners. Often do those businesses lack a clear business plan. Also, does 50% of the minority business owners stop after 3.5 years? For the white counterparts, this is 30%. Um, from this research, we can conclude that part of the high dropout rate after the third year may be due to the lack of Dutch, of ethnically Dutch business network and a hardship obtaining seed capital. Besides being a marketing solution as a BBFinder, we are developing a BBFinder Academy, a platform where business owners can find find support from their business owners, from other business owners, sorry, and furthermore, it'll be a platform for them to acquire new knowledge. So we're trying to help businesses that are struggling by using best case scenarios or other businesses helping them in the endeavors that they are in. A third thing is that what we notice is that there's a lack of diversity amongst many non-Afrocentric businesses. Closing the wealth gap would not only be resolved by supporting Afrocentric businesses, building a community that provides economic stability to sharing jobs and opportunities is a way that we believe that could promote success within the Afrocentric community. It is commonly known that certain industries that are have a lack in diversity, basically. As example, we probably all notice that in the tech world, it's known for being predominantly male, straight, white, and not diverse at all. Without an initiative, we aim to break this cycle. On our platform, we offer organizations to advertise job openings, but also we facilitate job seekers to find to advertise on our platform. A third thing that we would like to tackle is the CSR and best practices. In the recent years, CSR or corporate social responsibility has been a hot topic. But nowadays, it's that consumers don't buy products recklessly as they used to, which means that, give me a second, recklessly as they used to. Corporate social responsibility is when a company operates in an ethical and sustainable way and deals with its environmental and social impacts. This means basically that a careful consideration of human rights, the community, environment, society in which they operate. People expect more responsibility, action, and accountability from businesses and tend to shop at companies that share their values. Businesses need to demonstrate social responsibility and take stances on current social movements. We have some practical examples. In the recent years, there have been scandals from major organizations. I don't know if you all heard about it, but the pizza chain Papa John, the founder of John Schneider, was caught using the N-word during American football game, as I remember. And as an example, more locally, a lot of Dutch companies use a very debatable and racist character of Zwarte Piet in their December period marketing. So basically, a lot of organizations are very quick to take money from the Black consumer base, but lack the willingness to cater to the same group and listen to the concerns of that group. What's important in this case is that having shared values which our organization can share with other businesses, but shared values that organization can share with the consumers also. Tarak will talk about our alignment between our organization and his organization, and his view and importance of having partners with shared values. Yes. I do not hear you at the moment.
Touch my mic on right there.
Yes.
Mic check.
Yes.
Okay, we're here. So, Osvaldo, thank you for giving me the floor. And actually, I want to thank you for introducing me to your audience, because when you first stepped into my restaurant with your idea of basically developing this application where it will be easier for people to find me and where I can directly communicate to my consumer base, you sparked a train of thought, because I was already on a train where I felt like it wasn't easy to find organizations as a consumer that we have a shared base and values. So the application, to me, it rang like something that was missing, and why wasn't it there yet? And from there, we started developing a relationship, and we saw that I saw pretty quickly that our values are based on that. I was like, you know what? I want to introduce you to the world as well. And when MozFest came to Amsterdam, they asked me, like, would you like to present something? And because they were talking about what I do for the city, and when it comes to diversity, inclusivity, and basically being a safe space in the city. But it didn't really have that link to the tech world yet. And that's where you came in.
Yeah. Thank you for introducing me.
Of course, of course. So when you say value-based, to me, this is where I base my partnerships on. And it is actually after the Black Lives Matter movement when it became more prevalent, and where it became almost more mainstream for people to express their values and what they find important when they make a choice where which organization they want to support. But it wasn't as easy. On surface level, you know, you can see like, okay, I want to support businesses that support my community. So I find it easy to step into a business and say like, hey, the owner looks like me, so this is someone I would like to support because it supports my community and keeps the coin in the community. But it's not that easy, because values go further than just skin deep. So yeah, that's why I also want to break the conversation open and move away from just Afrocentric, but really focusing and zone in to those value propositions. As a business owner, I saw very early on that what I do and every move I make has impact on the community as a whole, not only my own Black community, but the community of Amsterdam, the community of the Netherlands. That means when I make a choice in who I partner with, like what supplier I use, or where I source my food from, or who do I hire as my staff, like it sends a signal, and it sends a signal. It lets people know what I find important, right? So when I say like I like to source my food locally, that means that I find it important that local entrepreneurs, local businesses thrive from my success as well. If I sell more, local businesses sell more. So that's how you support the community. Now, it also became very clear to me that just to put a product in the restaurant, and just to say that you're doing it, it's also good marketing. And this is where we find the tipping point. After George Floyd, it became clear that a lot of businesses came out and said, like, hey, we want to support the Black community. We want to do this and we want to do that, and we want to be diverse, but we don't know how to. But just for them to say it, right? Just for them to put up the little black square, it showed the people that they wanted to communicate to that these are our values. And I find it interesting if we can put your application and use that as a way for a consumer base, but also a business to see, like, hey, how can I quickly see what organization falls in line with the same values that I hold as an organization? And we can actually hold them accountable, right? Because it's the accountability that really is going to make that shift in change the direction or the course that we're going on as a community. So, well,
yeah.
What it comes down to, right? And that's what we've been talking about a lot. Like, how can we make that more easier, and how can we make it more basically more to the forefront?
Yeah.
Then, because there's a clear shift in when people say, like, hey, I don't want to support any organization anymore that don't support my community. So why would I, as a woman, support an organization that does not hire women in leadership positions? But how would I know if an organization hires women in leadership positions? Because that's not really something that organization push to the forefront. But if organizations like myself come to understand that that is actually something that consumers select on, right? Then they would offer up the information, and that's where your app, I think, has the real value in make that part a little bit more easier, right?
It is, and the thing is that the problem is, how do you do that? How do you measure? How do you show people that a certain organization? What are the metrics, basically? What are the metrics, and how do you show consumers or other businesses what what their values are? And that's a certain topic that we talked about a lot, and we would actually like to use MozFest for this and ask the public, how do you think that organizations can show their shared values?
Yeah, because I mean, if you flip it around and say, like, okay, hey, as a consumer, you actually have the power to say what's important, right? You can decide what's important and what organizations should follow. Then you can flip around and see, like, okay, how can we make sure that organizations bend towards those values that the basically the coin determines? Because we all know when it comes to corporate follows the money. So who do you support, and who do you support with your euro?
Yeah, exactly. For example, I can imagine that certain women or people that identify as women have the necessity to do business with other female business owners. But now it's kind of hard if organizations doesn't show that through their marketing. And I feel that there is a field that we can facilitate. We can facilitate people in knowing basically the values of the organization, how the organization is structured. Because if an organization says we have, I don't know, 50% of our staff is women, it doesn't mean anything if they're not in a management position. So what we would like to explore is how can we implement those elements for the better for both the organizations and for consumers, so that especially consumers can make not a guess, but like a targeted decision.
Yeah, but is it going to be like a solution in the application where you can just like have a pull down screen and select like, okay, these are the things that I find important in the organization that I want to support, so that it can be like a selection of organizations that pop up like that?
And that's basically discussion. What will be a good thing? That what you said, or maybe like a label. For example, if I go to your business in the app, you open the app and you click on the label that you have. You have like a certain label. Click on it, and the label pops up, and there's a certain metric showing what your certain metrics that you find important to share with the world.
Like what kind of solution do you have in the application right now? Because the application is live already, right?
The application is live already, but this is a topic that we thought about, but we're not finding the right implementation of it. So at this moment, we do not have it, and that's definitely a thing that we will want to tackle. But the question is how. Ideas can be great, but implementations, that's always the hardest part of doing so. Yeah. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm excited. Maybe we can get some people in the audience to offer solutions or a way.
I'm
them
here.
Like, what do they base?
Hello.
The choice of organization they want to support on?
I think the connection dropped a little bit, but I think I got you. Andy, is it possible for you to unmute yourself? Yeah. Our question is basically, so we're debating on how we can help businesses as well as consumers to know what the shared values are of organization. We have an app, but we do not know how to make it explicit for people to know what the shared values are. And my question to you is, how do you think that we can make it clear what the values are for organization in our app?
Yeah, how can you use tech as a solution to help select what organization you want to financially support, basically?
Okay. Okay, that's clear. Then we'll go to the next person, Fergie.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, first of all, thank you for the very clear presentation. It was nice to listen to you both. It's very inspiring to hear what you're doing with the BBFinder app, of course. To answer your question, what do you think will help? Like, do you think on something functional or marketing related?
What I've actually seen that what Google nowadays is doing, and also the Black Lives Matter movement, they on Google Maps, where you search businesses, that's not functional in Netherlands yet. You can see that a certain business is Black owned or female owned. But the question is that the right route to go, or should we go to another do it in another way?
Yeah, because basically the question is like, if you would say like you'd have, let's say 10 restaurants in the vicinity, and they all serve the same food and the same food that you were looking for, and then you're gonna base your decision on what business or what local business do you want to support. And what I believe is that where we are moving towards is that people are going to support the businesses that support them. But how could an application like BBFinder help the consumer in making it more easy for the consumer to find an organization that shares the same values as they do?
Well, actually, if I look for a restaurant, I always check the reviews from other people. So I think I'm not sure if that is the way we would like to go, but maybe like a review function, and that you can give sort of like thumbs up or something like that. And
well,
maybe...
that is something I actually thought about, but more as in have the employees review the business. Let's say ask the employees of a business, like how does the organization treat women? Is it a safe space? Do you feel safe to be yourself and stuff like that? And have the employees be honest about who they are working for.
Yeah, that is very...
Would that, as a consumer, be interesting information for you to know?
Yes, actually it does, because sometimes, like, for example, if I walk in a supermarket, and it was last week, I think it was some manager who was talking with a kind of it was not a very nice tone to one of his employees or something, or someone who works below than him. And I actually, at that moment, I had a feeling like I actually didn't want to spend my money, because I heard and I saw how he was talking to the lady. So if we have this kind of idea, what you say, kind of function, or maybe a button which says this is indeed a female friendly environment or a vegan friendly environment, etc., then it will make clear what kind of value certain business have. So I think something visual, I think that's better. Indeed.
Right. So basically, if you would see a lot of good reviews by the employers about an organization, that would hold maybe more value to you than the reviews given by other customers?
Well, I think both ways. So customers, but also employees and also employers.
But employees, they're able to say something about the organization itself, of course.
Yes. But then on the other hand, you might think that they may be, I'm not sure if it's very reliable, and if it's authentic. You know what I mean? Like if an employee talks about the employer, I'm not sure where the authenticity is in them.
Yeah, because how safe would that employee be to talk?
Yeah, because if it's
about
of course, because
place.
if you say something negative about the place you work, you might have the chance that you might get fired. But then on the other hand, that is maybe not the right place for you to work if
you don't feel safe to say something honest.
Yeah.
And then this probably is more interesting for bigger organizations where you can be more anonymous in reviewing your organization that you're working for?
Yes, but then you still need to have an account or something that you can log in with. Otherwise, everyone could write a bad review or a positive one.
Right.
So I'm not sure where what the if anonymity in this situation will help.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Yeah, thank you for your view, Virgin. It is helpful for us because as we said, at the moment we have a certain metric where people know that there's a certain degree of a shared value, and at this moment it's basically just their the Afrocentric background, but we cannot measure other metrics yet, and what you said, the discussion is definitely helpful in how we would like to implement the function in app. Thank you. And that's also what we can do for in our marketing strategy, because we already have a review function. But it's good feedback from you, Fergie. Thank you for sharing your view on this topic.
You're welcome. Thanks.
What I understood from the facilitator is that we need to round up this session. Yeah, I think that it was very fruitful. Tarak, you probably also think the same. Yeah, do you have something to mention as a last word?
Yeah, I'm excited to see where these times bring us. Like how are we gonna really double down and hold organizations accountable for how they present themselves, right? Mm-hmm. And I would love to see what kind of tech solutions there will be that consumers can use to actually hold these organizations accountable as well, and also for organizations to use tech solutions to find durable partners and make durable partnerships with organizations that share their values as well.
Oh, I accidentally muted myself. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your time, everyone. We're always reachable. Our Instagram is at BBFinder.app. You can find us on Facebook on BBFinder app. You can always also send us an email on info@bbfinder.app. And if you have feedback or certain questions, it's always possible for you to let us know. And Tarak, I do not know your email. Can you repeat it? Your socials.
Oh, you can find me at tarak@waterenbrood.com or yeah. Well, I'm right there. My name's right there. There you go. Yeah. Oh, hold up. It says, oh, that's wrong. So that's Tarak, Hokahin, Hokahin.
Yeah. Is it wrong or is it right?
That is wrong right there.
Okay. My excuses. Yeah. But so they can find you on your website and on your
definitely go to waterenbrood.com, waterenbrood.ams on Instagram, which we are active on Facebook as well on waterenbrood.ams.
Okay, thank you. Well, everybody, have a nice evening, have a nice morning. Have a because we're all over the world, so I've heard that there are people also from the United States watching at the moment. So yeah, Have a nice day.